Hello, this is Miss Val, the art gal, and I sure wish we could be face to face and you could be in my art room again, but things are what they are and we're just going to make the best of it. But I do want to tell you that I love you and I miss you, and I'm as ready as you are for things to get back to normal, whatever that was. It was, at least we were face to face and could interact with each other. But I'm going to be doing videos and I hope you enjoy them. One thing that, well, several different things I want to be criteria in my videos are I want them to be fun. I want them to consist of things that you may already have at your home where you don't have to go out and buy anything. They may be in your cabinet or in seasonal decorations, but hopefully it's something that you have, and if not, just make it your own. Make what you, just do whatever it is you have, and it'll be just fine. You're all creative, you're all amazing. So, but Sunday is Easter, and it's one of my favorite holidays, and I wanted to do something related to that. And I know one thing I always enjoyed doing was decorating eggs. So last night I boiled a dozen eggs. That's how they come, at least a dozen, and I ended up with 11. One didn't make it. So but we're going to do some variations on decorating these eggs, and just real easy, real inexpensive. So one thing that I've always wanted to try and that I've watched, I've seen it, but it's where you take water and fingernail polish and you can do a marbling on the egg. So we're going to try this. And so I've got the room temperature, maybe just a little bit warm. And said if you use cold water, the fingernail polish just falls to the bottom, so that's no good. And we want it to kind of make a film on top. It's almost like that hydro dipping. So I've got several crazy colors here. Purple. Let's do pirate colors. Let's do purple and the yellow and see what we get. So let me shake that up real good, because any of you who know me know that I don't use fingernail polish. I don't even know why I have fingernail polish, but I bought two really cool colors today, but I left them at home, I guess. So here is the purple. So we're just going to drizzle that, and it went immediately to the bottom. Ooh, it's coming back to the top. So that's purple, and here is yellow, which is one of Cora's favorite colors. And I'm going to take this knife and gently kind of swirl it around. But there is a film on the top. And I kind of shake it and see what happens. But here goes the yellow. Here goes the yellow. There's the yellow, and it is kind of sticking on top. So, and I do want to thank my videographer, Alyssa K. Wade, because without her, I promise you this would not be possible. So we have the purple and yellow. I'm not going to stick that in there because I'm afraid it'll all stick to the knife. So here's egg number 1. We're going to just plop it in there, and roll it around. Ew. It's not the prettiest thing I've ever seen, but it's kind of cool looking. There we go. Oh. Just kind of stir it around, and if you use fingernail polish, it's kind of gunky and gummy, but it's not bad. There. That's kind of pretty, isn't it? Isn't it? We're going to set that over there to dry. So that's egg number 1 with the fingernail polish, and I'm just going to set that aside because y'all will probably be better at that than me. Another thing, those of you that have my class know we do love glitter, as the whole school can attest. You can track me down pretty much anywhere. One thing I want to do, we have some vocabulary words. You didn't think you were going to get out of actual learning, did you? Easter, decorate, egg, marbling, which is what we just did with the purpling gold egg, and scavenging, which is what I want you to do when you go to look for ways to decorate your eggs. So those are our vocabulary words right there. So the next thing we're going to do, egg number 2, I'm going to cover it in glue, just regular white glue, school glue, the best glue, and just do a good coat on it. It doesn't really matter if you drop these because they are hard boiled, but it will crack. All right, so I'm going to put that there, and I need my plate. So I'm going to shake out some glitter. And I can just shake it on the egg. And if you hide Easter eggs, I think it would be fun to maybe do one gold, and that's like the big prize. If you find the gold egg, that's kind of cool. Those of you that have my class, you do know we make a mess in here, but that's okay. I think that's what art is. So just drag it around, and that's our gold glittered egg. So that's kind of cool, and it also had some purple in it, so that's pirate colors too. That's cool. All right, so another thing that I wanted to do, and I've got some water here to rinse our glue brush. I've got some watercolors, and I tried one earlier, and it takes pretty well. So you can do food coloring, you can do watercolors. It will stick to the eggs as long as the eggs are dry. And I boiled these last night and refrigerated them, and then I took them out this morning and wrapped them in a towel so the condensation, because it would not stick to that. So your eggs need to be dry and room temperature. So let's take another egg, and I've got my watercolors here, and I think we're going to color this in yellow, and it's a subtle color on it, and you can just rinse it in. Eggs aren't like paper. They don't immediately soak up the paint. If you used acrylic on this, and you can, it will stick better. But I like the just the subtlety of the watercolors. It's a softer color, but you can certainly get as bold with it as you like. But that is just a pretty yellow color. If you wanted, you could let that dry, and you could certainly add another coat to it, but it will dye your egg. So there's that. You could use more than one color on this, but as you know, I've got yellow on there, and I've also got blue. Well, let's just do it and see what it does. So what happens when you mix yellow and blue? Yellow is a primary color, blue is a primary color, and the other primary color is red. So all the colors derive from those three. So we've got our yellow color. Let's say we add just a little blue to it and see what it does. And it's a very pretty green. So that's kind of that's a pretty cool color. So that's the That's your green egg. And if you want, I'm just going to hold it. It needs a place where really you can kind of lay it down. But as it dries, that color is going to pull apart a little bit, and it's going to have a mottled look to it. But I have some really neat stickers, and I'm just going to set that right there for the moment. And I have these egg stickers that I thought were real pretty, and with that green, I think maybe I like the stripes. So this yellow has a lot of stripes to it. Well, these aren't stripes, these are polka dots. So you can just add that to your egg, and it makes it real pretty. Cute. Okie dokie. And I do have a set of watercolor brushes. And earlier I was just experimenting. These brushes actually cover better than my my other liquid watercolors. So we're going to get another egg, and we're going to brush it, and it colors and covers up better than the other. Still has to dry, but it's just a pretty color. So you can do that. Just color it all around. Cute. And of course go all the way around with it. But I would, it's good if you have something that you can kind of sit it in so it can dry. But it's basically almost dry just like it is. So that one's pink, and you can see the brush strokes on it. So that's very pretty. And I have these sweet Easter stickers. Got rabbits and chicks and Easter baskets. So I think I'm going to take this bunny basket right here and stick it on. And this is something that any age can do. Okay, so there's that. It will stick better when it's fully dried, but that's kind of cute. Just real simple. All right, so we're going to sit him right there. And another thing, you may just like a simpler approach to it. And I took this one earlier, and my Sharpie, and just write a word of inspiration. I'm going to go over this so maybe you can see it a little better. But you can do great things with these Sharpies. I love black and white together. I always have. And you can do just some really cool designs. Wouldn't a Zentangle egg be cool? But if you just wanted to do a message to someone, here's hope. And you could do love, faith, happy Easter, hoppy Easter, anything you think of. So I think that's just a real simple thing to do, and yet you could have that like at everybody's place setting. I just think it would be real sweet. If you wanted, here's the one I did earlier, and I've got some eyes already on it. So I'm gonna paint him a little more on the front there. But so here's, and just smooth him in. So there's eyes, and We're going to do a little nose. And just a little face on it. So there's his nose, there's his mouth, and you can do some whiskers coming out. Like that. And I have, I don't know what I did with that hair. That's it. So even if you wanted to do some like, you could put hair on it. That's okay. That's kind of cute. It would be different. It would be funny. But that's just a bunny face you could add to it. So there's that. These are from a scrapbooking kit that I had years ago. They're just beautiful colored decals. You can, and they have a peel off back. You can add those to your eggs, but just be creative. We did the fingernail polish, and I've got some black fingernail polish that I think if you didn't have a paintbrush and some paints, you can take and you can paint your egg different designs with fingernail polish. So if you wanted a black and white egg, you could do stripes all the way across. And you can do as many coats as you like. But just do that. Try to be symmetrical with your lines and go all the way across. But you can do this with any color, and I think it's just a real pretty look. But it's something if your parents don't let you cook, which mine never did, probably not a bad thing, but this is a way you could do the table decorations, and that's some way that you could participate and contribute to your family's Easter celebration. If you wanted, you could also just do I love polka dots. You could just do dots on there, and that's cool too. So I hope that we have given you some ideas. Just use what you have and be creative. Eggs, you could still eat these. Probably not the glittered one, and probably not the fingernail polish one, but the others, why not? But here's just another peel and stick sticker. Use these. So whatever you do with them, I hope you and your family have a wonderful Easter. And I love you, and I'm thinking about you every day. And we'll do this again next week. I hope you will join me, and I hope you will be able to do some of the things that we do. And just take care of yourselves. But know that we're thinking about you, that we love you, and we miss you. And have fun with some art.